let's talk about your awakening, the awakening, because even if you think awakening, it's like, ooh, awakening, like, I don't know. I don't know what you think it is. But it's happening to you, whether you like it or not. It's just happening because it's what's happening. Because it's what's happening is we're waking up, so to speak. So waking up, awakening is I'm just gonna say it really plainly, really clearly. Let's all just take a breath. Let's all just relax. Awakening, yes, it's spiritual. Yes, you are an eternal being already. Yes, this is what awakening is. Awakening is coming to the higher awareness. Everything is energy, and everything is consciousness. And consciousness is evolving. Consciousness isn't something that's located in your brain. It is something that you are. In fact, your brain exists within the consciousness that you are. That's just what it is. That's just what our existence is. Right here, right now. This is what we are doing in eternity, right here, right now. And it's safe. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing to freak out about. There's nothing to be afraid of. And the reason this is happening is because it was always meant to happen. This is a time that has been prophesized in like every fucking culture and tradition. All of them. Every religion, pretty much. All talked about this time when things would change. Where we would gain a higher understanding of God and of love and of ourselves. And it is not an easy process, but it's also not the end of the world. It's the end of a way of being. It's the end of a time period where fear persisted and the energies present were not conducive to us having true clarity of who we are. And who we are is divine love, co-creators of our reality. That's who we are. We are one with the Creator. We create our realities. But creating your reality isn't a big, hard thing. You're doing it all the time naturally because everything's built into the experience. The infinite creator of all knows everything, knows love perfectly, is love perfectly, already knows you perfectly, already loves you perfectly, already supports you perfectly. We are just remembering how loved we are and that life is supposed to be enjoyable. That was the lie. That life is suffering and pain. Well, when we don't know who we are, yes, absolutely. When we are lost in fear, when we are not sure if fear is good or limitations are the truth, that, maybe we're not meant for things that are fun and enjoyable and happy and loving. Maybe we don't deserve good relationships. Maybe we don't deserve abundance. Maybe we don't, maybe these things are true, but none of that's true. None of it. And that's why your awakening, embracing your awakening is important. Because awakening isn't about going crazy or becoming an alien or whatever. It doesn't have, you could just be you. You could just be who you are. All right. The people who awakened first, yeah, we're a little crazy because we're like, oh, we're multidimensional beings, eternal beings right now. Everything exists right here, right now. I'm consciousness. I'm made of light. Anything can happen. So yeah, it's a little crazy, but this needed to happen so that humanity's awareness could evolve at this time and we could remember how loved we are. And that means we have to look at our wounds and our stories, but realize that they're just stories. All of your wounds, all of your trauma, they're just stories, memories that you don't know how to heal yet. But you can, and you will, in your own time, when you're meant to. Because the control is built in. We do not have to control life. We only have to trust it. Trust God. Trust your higher self. Trust your eternal self. Trust that you have always been on the path that you were meant to be on. Trust that you are now engaging with the path that you're meant to be on. That you're exactly where you're meant to be. You are not behind. You are not delayed. You did not mess up your life. You did not mess up anything. You fucking did it. You did all the things that you said you were going to do before you came here. And at a certain point, though, you knew you were going to be here to wake up, to be in this awakening, in this period of enlightenment, where we are being enlightened to the truth of who we really are. And that's awesome. Because it's awesome, because now I can just be here. I can let all those fears and stories of the past go, and I can just be here with you. And I can just be exactly who I am right here. No masks, no pretending, no performance, just me, as authentically me as I know how to be right here, right now. Here I am with you. And that's exactly what we said we were going to do at this point, to get to this point right here, was me and you having this conversation right now. And you being like, this guy, well, some of you are like, this guy's fucking nuts. And some of you are like, maybe he's the devil. And some of you are like, I fucking love this dude. And I like you too. And it's good. It's good to just be here and not care. Like, everyone can have their own perception because everybody's at their own part of the journey. And yeah, I am somebody who has remembered myself. And so I remember you. I remember who you are. I remember the love that you are, because we are all that love. We're all unique. I'm not over here like, we are legion. Like, it's like we are one. We are of the same essence, but we are all uniquely ourselves. And right now, we get to be human. We're not trying to ascend and get somewhere else. We're not trying to manipulate the universe into giving us what we want. We are just coming into the present moment and learning how to love ourselves, remembering how to love ourselves, remembering how to heal our minds and our bodies by allowing the love that's present to flow through us. And that's fucking awesome, you know? That's some good shit. That's like, thank fucking God, because I thought life was just gonna get worse. But no, it gets better. So that's a really relieving truth that I want you to really appreciate, that your life is going to get better. You're gonna have to look at some uncomfortable things, yes. There's gonna be some painful stuff that comes up. You're gonna have to process your heartbreak. All right, you'll be good. You're never given more than you can handle, but you're gonna heal, and you're gonna be fucking glad that you healed, because you're gonna feel amazing afterwards. And then you're gonna have the greatest experience of relationships you've ever had, the greatest experience of wealth and abundance you've ever had, the greatest experience of life you've ever had is coming next. It's on the other side of the stuff that you don't want to look at, but it's safe. You're good. You're an eternal being. You don't have to live in survival anymore. You do not have to live in survival anymore. You survived the hard part, and now comes the conscious, co-creative part, and it's going to get fun.